Another thing that we need to talk about is the dryness that we are seeing in certain parts of the Northeast where a drought is really present here. Frank's saying, looks like New Jersey is going to stay dry. We've had a long time without no rain. Now, first of all, if you don't follow Frank, you should. He's got these amazing, he ties like news stories to quotes from books. It's like my favorite thing on TikTok. But if we take a look at the drought monitor, we can see things are looking pretty bad here. So if we're looking at like this more dark brown color and these light brown colors that we see spots in, especially through New England, the lighter brown color is a D1 moderate drought, but the D2 is severe. And yeah, it's really dry. And this has a lot of consequences. If you go to fire.airnow.gov, it shows you air quality maps, but it also shows you where wildfires are present. So you can actually go through and check and see how the air quality is, but see where fires are burning. Not all of these are necessarily active, but if you click on it, for example, right here in Middleton Pond, there's one looking at 127 acres of a wildfire, and you can see when it was started. New Jersey, yesterday, 140 acres wildfire. It is active. 10/26 this was started. As Nicholas highlights on Twitter, NYC Storm Chaser, he says, New York City's gone 29 days without measurable precipitation. Puts them at number 2. Rank number 2. Oh, look at that. I made it bigger. Of how much time they've gone without rain. Now, you all know how I feel about the forecast discussions if you go to weather.gov and find your forecast discussion. Do you know there's a fire weather section in there? It's only there if you need it. It's there in a lot of these places that are drought prone. There we go. That's the word. So we're looking at the discussion for the New York City office. You got to scroll way down. I'm not going to lie, but here it is. Fire weather section right there. And it says, hey, there's a lot of dry fuels out there. Relative humidity values are going to be low. There's a big risk of wildfire spreading should ignition occur. So in these places, there are a lot of burn restrictions because it just takes a small spark or something small for this to get out of hand. Things are just going to ignite very, very quickly with how dry it is. See, actually, everywhere you see this tan color has a special weather statement that talks about the increased risk of fire spread today and says these conditions will support spread of fires that ignite, which could quickly become difficult to control. Outdoor burning is strongly discouraged. So when is relief coming? So here we're looking at rain that's going to be coming through on like Tuesday, Wednesday. And we can see that's really going to be hitting more of the northern drought locations, but the southern ones like New Jersey and places like that just aren't going to get it. In order for us to see anything that's going to be coming through that's going to be meaningful, and this isn't super amazing, but it's something, we're looking at Friday. Friday, we're looking at getting a little bit of relief from this drought. And then after that, high pressure builds in and sinks in, and just watch, like you'll see it literally pushes everything away from us, just up and over and around in a clockwise rotation around that high pressure. And then there's that little thing down there. I mean, it's the end of the forecast model. There's always in this time of year, there's always a hurricane at the end of the forecast model run. Don't worry about that yet. But really not seeing any meaningful precipitation in the near future other than that little line coming through on Friday.